Advance. No, I can't. How you wield your power is more important than you even having the power. I'm just saying, when you try to leave peacefully, so many times. Your emergency is my emergency. I was going to go somewhere. I have plans. Not anymore. Yes, I will park right here in the handicap parking space. Sure will. Okay, I don't need to have my wipers on right now, so I'm just sitting waiting for my food to get ready. But anyway, not eat oxtail and expect your lip color to stay the same if you have on any type of coverage on your lips. I know. Atmospheric pressure is what I believe it is. Anyway, it hurts. It hurts us. Yeah. So the hypothesis is, excuse me. It's not okay. It's really just a suggestion. I'm telling you what to do. It's however you want to take it. It's whatever resonates. But I mean, you know who you are, and for those who it applies to, ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. You have to govern yourself. Ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. You have to govern yourself.
Ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. You have to govern yourself.
What are you afraid of? Yeah. I think that's it. Yes, I'm going through my black phase. I'm not over it yet, and I hope I'm not judged. Black is a color of protection. It protects my aura. It protects my light. It protects my chakras. Love it, love it, love it. And I think the heart is actually green. It's my favorite color. Have you ever like accidentally smelt your own breath? Don't judge me. Even if I could. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. It's raining. Raindrops falling on my face. In my mind, the rain stops for me. Me?
No, yeah, you too, Mom.
I particularly have a problem with skinny people saying big back. Do it. It should be banned. But how are you going to ban big back when you people still walking around saying the N-word? Some people struggle with it more than others. But for me, it's really not hard just to treat people the way I want to be treated. At the end of the day, more so than not, nobody cares about your reasoning for being a POS to them. That you had a bad day, or that you ain't never had nobody give you no break, so I can't give you a break. And nobody said good morning to me first, so I can't say good morning to you. Whatever the excuse is, who couldn't use a kind word? Who couldn't use just a little bit of patience? That you're like the road rage. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do curse when I'm driving a lot. Like I be in the car screaming, but I don't lean on my horn. I don't tailgate. I don't follow people anymore. Like when I was younger, oh my God, but yeah, it's such a beautiful day. It is such a beautiful day. Oh, I didn't put the phone down. Okay. So what happened to Jaguar Wright? Like, she was on fire for a minute, and then like it's just like quiet. It's quiet now. You know what I mean? So it gets a little bit warm, and people come out in their shorts and their convertible drop tops. Boom. Like, I get it. I feel it. You know what I mean? Get it. Do what you do. Don't you know that real love, you don't like. It's one thing to want to prove yourself to someone, to show them that you're worthy of their investment of time and energy and love. But at the same time, people that will ask you to do things, like, you shouldn't have to, like, real love, you don't have to sacrifice nobody to obtain that, to share that with somebody. You shouldn't have to hurt anyone to prove anything to anyone else. It's okay to say, you know what? It's tempting, but I can't indulge because I promised someone else. And I actually, man, I have to keep my word. Like, I'd be letting my damn self down if I didn't do what I said I was going to do. Like, that's an option. That's a worthy response. Because some people, I'm like, maybe you just don't know how. You don't know how. Because I'm going to say, first off, everything that glitters, baby. Everything that glitters, just period. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Everything that glitters is not gold. I know for a fact that there were some of the people, whenever I was on the dating scene, even in my marriages, sounds so bad in the marriages. I don't care. Save your judgment. Okay. So I'm going to listen to spirit, and I'm going to stop. I'll come back to it. Let me sit with myself. Because I'm not being ugly. See, listen to me talking to myself like, why are you going to say all that? No, I'm going to say what I was going to say because, hold on. Will that one light help? I try to turn off one light because people are driving by, and I got this light on just because I don't want to do it in the house. I don't want to record in the house right now. But look at me, like they can actually hear me in the car. And just thinking some people just blab 100 miles an hour to people that they don't even know. You know what I mean? When you think that you know them, but you don't. How some men and women have the task that they'll put before you for you to prove that you're loyal, and to prove that you mean it when you say you love me, or when you say that you want a situation with me, you want a relationship with me. It should never ever require your love interest. They should not have to go back to anyone and sacrifice or hurt anyone, or move out of the way so that you can, just do devilish-ish. You should not have to do that. I mean, what I'm really saying is you don't have to do that. Because true love, somebody that really, really loves you, would never ever ask you to injure anyone. They wouldn't want to see you. They don't, first of all, they don't want to be hurt by you, but they don't want to see you hurt anyone else. Not even because of what it would do to that person, but for what the guilt that you would feel from committing, a bad act, for you doing something bad. Like the person that really loves you saves you from making, poor decisions. They would never ever refer you back, call him or her and say da 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 blah. I'm like, I don't know if I could truly respect you if I could just wave my magic wand, and make you, like, I can make you do something. I can make you hurt someone. I don't even see that as appealing. I don't want someone that can be controlled like that. You know what I mean? I know that there's some of the people in my past, they what they all had in common were women that were on the other side of them that, I'm saying all, it doesn't apply to one. There's one that wasn't like that. Literally one. Anyway. And so they had, these women who were so, like, they were on a mission to get these guys, right? And I'm just like, I would just sit back and watch. I see how very competitive women are. And the couple of times that men, you want to know if a man is on the fence about his sexuality, just like these women they want to be seen. They want to make it known. I feel like that's what we just called it mine. They want to make it known that they exist and you will acknowledge me and I'm here and he or she has been spending their time with me, whatever. The times that my significant other, this is how I learned that they were bisexual. It still ain't told me, okay? But I'm saying for some of the really catty things that men do, several instances where I ran into, the men were just so, they were just as catty as women. I'm like, you, baby, anyone that you think that you need to compete for, I don't care if we live together or if we just met or if we married, I don't care what the situation is. Your only conversation is with that person, baby. That's who you need to be talking to, okay? Because I'm over here doing what he said that me and him were doing. And that you exist. Now, if you know about me, so back on the topic, because that wasn't the whole point in me opening up this part of the conversation. That wasn't the whole point. The whole point was that when they had the option of choosing, they chose for the reasons that they chose. Most of them, from what I understand, very superficial, because in essence they knew that these women, man, they would. It's only one who there are three women that I know about that I truly admire. We resonate with each other. Let me say that. I won't say that like I see myself in anyone, because I don't even know you. I'm getting to know who and what all I am. So I can't say anyway. Okay. I'm tangenting, so I'm going to stop. But I like to think, okay, I'm going to just stop. Man, I started scratching my eye, and you know what? It's like it doesn't stop feeling good until I've rubbed all the makeup off of it. I cannot explain it. So I was just saying that I understand the allure and the chase, and I get that. I've never been pulled from somebody. I've never, I meet guys all the time. Excuse me. There's no one that's made me step out and say that I was going to cheat. There was this one guy, I feel a little bit bare right now talking to you guys, but we had made, like, in our 20s, we had made this pact, like, no matter who we get with, if we step to each other, we're going to, it's going down, right? And so it made sense, excuse me, until the opportunity presented itself. And we were both single and still we decided not to, like, no. Like, it's such an immature thought. But I know some people keep that. Some people do that and they mean that. They don't care if they're married. They don't care. They don't care if they're married and their wife just lost they don't care. So anyway, all I was saying is that I get the temptation. I understand that. I just have never fallen to or surrendered. I've never surrendered to my temptations. Not whenever I was, like, in an actual relationship. We're in an actual, like, this is a real situation. Like, we are somebody to each other. I think this is enough fight. I just did not. Look, I'm up here. I'm even uncomfortable talking about it. I'm uncomfortable talking about it. What you would have to get around in your mind to do that. But anyway, so the whole point of me starting this is, I remember a few of the times the guys called me were just being so vicious on the phone, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? We don't talk. We haven't been talking. I haven't looked for you. I don't know that I know if you ain't been looking for me. Why are you calling me talking shit to me? What is wrong with you? Because their girlfriends would have, I don't know, gotten caught wind of who I was, that I existed, and decided that they didn't want to, they needed reassurance that the guy wasn't talking to me anymore. And I was like, why would you even need that? Because if you wanted to, you couldn't get me. Not now that you're in this actual relationship. Like, anyway, I have seen it. I'm like, and then I learned that there's a thing where a person will tell you that, like, they try to be so-called honest, and they'll tell you that they're cheating or that they've cheated. Or they'll let you think, if you give them a name, they'll let you think that that's the person, when really, yes, they are cheating, but not with who you think that they're cheating with. And I'm like, why do you try so hard to conceal who it actually is, considering that, you're cheating? You think that there's a tier, like a ranking? Like what? Well, it's less wrong if she does it and more wrong if she does it, knowing that you have me here? Like, or am I a secret? See, it's shit like that. While a lot of people are like, well, you know what? I'm just going to be single from now on. Like, I'm not one of those people saying I'm going to be single from now on, because I know I'm full of love. And I know that it's just a matter of time. The hope for romantic. You know what I mean? But I understand. I understand how. I understand how those couples break. And you know, and as you can feel like you've fallen in love or back in love with someone, but in a relationship, you were supposed to be sealing up those cracks so that the person that was trying to build with you, they said they were trying to build with you, then maybe you might have actually had a chance. You know what I mean? It's because sometimes, you know, you have to stand up to just your own temptation to want to be alone again anyway. I mean, some people would be like, well, no, I've never thought about going back once we got together. You can say that all you want to. We are energy. It may be contained in this human flesh, but it touches and it feels and it observes and it's seen. We are energy. It's okay to be attracted to someone else because people are attractive. It's okay that you saw someone and there was a spark. Like, I just can't see myself ever knowingly hurting someone. You know what I mean? If we're together, like and some people would be like, well, no, that's like in the old school patriarchal way. And as, you know, women see men just like men see women, and we should, you know, whatever. I'm loyal. That's all. That's all. And I've never understood the people that are not. Like, have you no control over your desires or over your, like, how much do you have? Are you trying to, like, use it all up before it burns out or something? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what is enough for me? What is enough? Hell, is one, anyway. I met this one guy that he asked me in the very beginning. He was like, so, when was the last time you were in a relationship? And I was like, well, I'm not in a relationship. It's been years at this point. And it's like, okay, so when was the last time that you were intimate with someone? And I was like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And he was like, you know what? I mean, he was appalled. It was like done. He was done talking to me. And I was like, wow. You know, it wasn't even anyway. Is it okay to not finish just because you're proud that you started? Like, well, at least I tried. I've always beat myself up about that. I could never just, at least I tried. I could never just say that. I had to actually, like, as a standard that I kind of hold myself to. And I've been talking to myself about how I talk to myself lately, and how I interact with myself. Like, sometimes I catch myself, the times that I let myself be vulnerable, then it's like my shadow side starts picking on the other side. And I definitely feel like, you know, you earned this shit and you better go ahead and say this and do that. And then the other part of me is like, but like, you're the evolved being and you know better. It's like, just because I'm not dwelling in my shadow side, there's some things that I do believe that need to be said. And so I'm usually loyal to that. And I share whenever I feel led to do so. Like, I absorb so much. I let people express so many things to me. And it's like, you're saying all this and I'm inhaling everything that you're saying. I'm not even trying to cash that in, even though I should, but I'm not even trying to cash it in whenever I'm going back to you to talk about what I'm talking to you about. I might not be talking to you about stuff on social media. I might not be talking to you about politics or religion or... I almost went back to politics because everyone's talking about politics, but I get it. You know what I mean? You know, I stay up on current events, but I just feel like that's for me, and I get to choose what I'm going to converse about with someone. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm just going to say this. It is okay to be all the way in your lane, minding your business. You know, once it's over, let it be over. It's something that you want to get off of your chest and you want to give closure or gain closure. Know that it's always okay to approach the bench and ask. And if you are received well, then happy for you. And if you are rejected or turned down, man, just take it in stride and move on. Do what you can do with what you can do when you can do. You know what I mean? Okay. Then, who is sending that signal to Earth? The pulse. It's something, someplace or something has been transmitting it's a signal. It's a signal that has been detected that's coming from another place, and it's known. That's like saying someone's knocking on my door and I hear the knock on the door, but I don't see anybody there. How could you not be freaked out? There's a rhythm, there's a pattern to it, and it's been going on for years now. Isn't that weird? I want to say it's scary. Like, I'm not so optimistic that I'm not grounded, and I know that it actually sounds scary to me. I just saw something that said oversharing is not just a bad habit, it's a coping mechanism, specifically for unhealed traumas, unaddressed, unhealed wounds. What say you? What do you think about that? For me, it kind of depends on why you're sharing. Because there are some people who talk about themselves and talk about their business like just very attention seeking. And then there are some people that you communicate with intention. I do. I communicate with intention. I'm hoping that maybe if you resonate, you might have something that is not necessarily unhealed or unaddressed, but that you just see reflections of yourself in my situations or my struggles, because I go through plenty, and I'm pretty transparent about some of the things that I've gone through, with the intention of helping others that might be going through similar or the exact same thing and just be responding to things way different than I do. That's kind of how we all learn. Some things come to us intuitively, and then the rest that we didn't read somewhere is based on the examples that other people have gone through similarly. So I consider that, but it doesn't negate or in any way invalidate the theory or the claim that that I just made at the beginning that I almost forgot what I said.